Thanks to Michael for that. That's the final Group C table. Roma through as group winners, Chelsea through as runners-up, Atletico Madrid out of the Champions League. A couple of things to talk about there. Firstly, Atletico Madrid going out, Neil. I mean, we obviously knew it was likely tonight with Roma at home to Karabakh, but it's still a big shock in the Champions League, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I mean, when you think they've been to, two finals in the last 4 years, got a great pedigree, semi-finals, they've won La Liga under Simeone, and maybe they've just ran out of steam over the last year or so. It was a horrendous start they made. Huge win for Chelsea in Atletico, and I think that tipped the balance certainly in Chelsea's favour. But that is a hell of a group to come out of. You know, Roma are no mugs, and obviously Chelsea a quality side, but you would have backed Atletico Madrid at the start of the tournament to at least come out of the group, and that's one big scalp gone now.
Brian, as you can see that the teams that have qualified from the 4 groups we were covering tonight, the winners and runners-up in each of them, United, Basel, PSG, Bayern, Roma. Chelsea going through as runners-up. Will they look back on points dropped and maybe live to rue that?
Well, you look at the group winners there: Barcelona, Roma, PSG and Manchester United. So they obviously can't play Manchester United. I think they have a fair chance against PSG for sure, and Roma. So finishing runners-up mightn't be as bad as it used to be. When Arsenal finished runners-up a few times, it was always considered a bad position to be in. What you're looking at this year is Juventus and Real Madrid. Last year's 2 finalists are going to be runners-up as well. So I don't think it's going to be as big as issue as it was before. You can still get a reasonable draw, I think, from finishing second. But the odds would probably be better for them if you're in first place, but they can't change it. I mean, they only got 1 point off Roma from the 2 games.
Yeah. What do you think? What's your prediction for Chelsea and what they can do in this competition?
Well, they can't get Roma again, can they?
No,
they can't. Well, they wouldn't get Man City.
They want Basel.
They can't get the English teams and they can't get Roma.
They want Basel, wouldn't they?
Basel were a runner-up.
Sorry. Second place as well.
When you get to, we're talking now. We're I'm not sure if you're here, Brian, but we're talking about who could win it. When you're talking now, sort of middle of December, these will take place at the 13th, the first game, 13th of February. Lots of changes by then.
Madrid usually come stronger after Christmas.
You'd want to play Madrid now, wouldn't you?
And Barcelona
you might not want
better.
to play them in a month's time, but you play Madrid now. And that applies to a couple of other teams. It's a hard one to call. All you can say is from now on, there's no easy games. That you're now in with the big boys and you've got to be bang at it.
It's great stuff from here on in. You're usually good at predicting a finalist, at least. I think you predicted Juventus last year. So we'll get you all to give your mystic tips for Champions League winner, or who's the dark horse. It's going to go a long way. Brian, you first. Must be experts.
Chelsea to make the final.
Chelsea to make the final?
Yeah. From the rest, I would go for one of the big 2, Barcelona or Real Madrid still again. Don't know which one at the moment. Real Madrid struggling a bit, but as I said, they get better after Christmas and Bale gets fit too. Barca chugging along, doing okay.
Yeah.
But a lot of big changes in their team, but they seem to be getting results.
Neil?
Well, I said earlier, Man United are my dark horse.
Yeah.
I got a feeling this year for Mourinho. They're scoring a lot of goals. Defensively, as Graham knows, he sets them up well. They're very good on the counter-attack. If they can get Pogba playing a little bit...
Don't mention Pogba.
Do you want to go there again? Get him playing a little bit better. And you never know. Listen, we're talking about, before Christmas. January might have a burn.
Yeah.
The transfer window.
You think they need to bring in a couple of players, do you?
I think they need a winger. Brian touched on, they're talking about Danny Rose, but that adds to Rojo, Blind, Shaw already. I'd like to see them get another winger in.
So you're suggesting that Mourinho might concentrate on winning the Champions League this year? The way he did with the Europa League.
Yeah, but I just think, Brian, he's won it with unfashionable teams in Porto.
Oh, yeah, we did with Inter Milan.
I don't think this is a vintage Man United team. It's still strong and it's powerful, and he just may tactically get it right again.
Graham, I'm going to ask you about Liverpool in a moment, but who's your tip for the top?
I think PSG are dangerous.
Despite what we saw tonight?
Yeah, I think, they've lost 3-1 tonight. Mbappe could have got a hat-trick. They could have got more goals tonight. On a good night, if they had been scoring first, the confidence is, that rises, and then you're playing on the front foot. I think City are a threat. I think Chelsea are a threat. And then I come back to...
Come on, get off the fence.
No, all right, you've asked me. I think City, Chelsea PSG right now, but ask me again
That's three
in February.
It's three.
Well, I'm trying to
Just
cover
name
my
the three
bet.
best teams in the competition.
That's
Some genius
now.
you are.
But ask me again in
Everyone's
February.
dismissing Barcelona and Real Madrid. I
Yeah.
think that's interesting.
We'll have to wait and see.